Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this week's video is a bit different. As you can see probably from the title, I wanted to speak about my weight loss and how I've been losing weight recently. I have been taking the prescribed medication Mounjaro. So I'm just in week 10 now, but I'm going to go through in this video weeks 1 to 8, my weight losses, my symptoms, why I'm taking it, you know, what your BMI has to be to take it, where I get mine from, and just all of the details. So literally in the past 8 weeks, in the past 10 weeks, I wasn't really sure if I was going to speak about it. I didn't really know, you know, if it was going to work for me, you know, if I was going to stay on it. All of these things, you just don't really know. So I thought I want to be on the medication for a while, see how it goes. And then I'm sure, like, I knew I was going to speak about it sooner or later, but I just didn't know when. So finally, I'm making this video now. So I've wrote down everything here and just all the steps so I don't ramble and everything makes sense. So yeah, let's get into it. First of all, I'm just going to say Mounjaro. If you've never heard of it before, it's like Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro. They're all GLP1 medications that help suppress your appetite, feel fuller for longer. You know, in turn, it helps you be in a calorie deficit to lose weight. So essentially, I've been doing everything that I've always done, but this time weight loss is actually working for me, and I'm obviously very happy with my results. Now, before I get into everything, this is not me trying to say to anyone that you should do it, you should take it. There is of course risks involved. You need to do your own research and look into it yourself before, you know, you think that sounds amazing, let's go on it. Like, you need to do your own research, and because there are certain risks to taking this medication. I started this on June the 21st. You know, I've tried everything. I've done Slimming World, I've done calorie counting on my own, and then with Team RH, I've gone through phases of just eating intuitively. I've always worked out. I've worked out for 7 to 8 years now, so I've always been consistent with workouts. Always been consistent with like drinking my water and all of that stuff, but it was just so hard for me to lose weight. I did lose weight last year when I got married, and I was happy with the way I looked then, but slowly over time, over like 4, 5, 6 months, I've gained it all back. And then finally in June, I weighed the heaviest I have been in ages, and it just creeps up, and it's just ridiculous because I've been trying to lose weight. I feel like I've been trying to lose weight forever. So when I've seen other people have good weight losses on it, done my own research and decided to go on it myself. So that is my reason for starting this. Also, just quickly, if you have a BMI over 35 and you are diabetic or have health related problems, I believe you can get it prescribed through your doctors for free. I'm not sure if everyone like qualifies, even if you are really overweight. Sometimes I've heard cases where the doctors haven't prescribed it for people, but if you are and you're like in that category, you can go to your doctors and ask to get it prescribed. But if not, like me, when I started this medication, I did have a BMI over 30. It was either 30 point something or 31, I can't remember now. And so I did qualify. So I do pay for it myself privately. Every provider's different. I started off with MedExpress, now I'm with Cloud Pharmacy. So yeah, you know, you have to prove who you are, send ID, send pictures and all of this stuff. And like, my doctors are also aware that I'm on this medication. You can like click to share that information with your doctors if you want to. So it is all obviously completely legit sort of thing. So now let's get into my weekly weight losses. I am just going to go through week 1 to 4 and my symptoms. Then I'll go from week 5 to 8 and my symptoms. I did take pictures, which I absolutely hate. Oh my god, I hate them, but I will share it. I don't even know if I'm going to show all of the angles because I really don't like it. Maybe in my next update I'll show like all of the angles. So on week 1 to 4, you start off with a starting dose of 2.5 milligrams. Some people don't respond to this. Some people don't even feel any different, any suppression, don't see results because it's classed as a starting dose, like a loading dose. I had it and I literally felt suppression and felt bloated from the very next day. On week 1, I lost 6.28 pounds, which I know is a lot, but I feel like on the first week, it's a lot of water weight. The first week, it was just, oh my God, I'm feeling full, I'm not hungry, I'm just not gonna like eat lunch or something. Whereas now, I do try and eat more. I am gonna go through what calories I have and protein and stuff like that in a little bit. So that was week 1. Week 2, I lost 1.76 pounds. Week 3, I lost 1.44 pounds. And on week 4, I lost 2.42 pounds, which totaled 11.9 pounds in 4 weeks, which is crazy. Back when I started Team RH, just to put this into perspective, it took me, I think it was 4 months to lose 10.5 pounds. And that was 4 months of me, you know, saying no to things. I felt like I was, you know, you're always hungry. The food is on my brain all the time. Like, this is another thing that I need to speak about. It's like the food noise. It's just not there anymore. So let's talk about week 1 to 4 symptoms. I would say extreme bloating, like so bloated my belly was popping, even though I'd had just like toast and a coffee. And dry mouth. Dry mouth has been a thing since day 1. Some mild nausea, but nothing else. And that was it. No heartburn, no sickness. Like, I felt pretty good on 2.5 and I had really good weight losses. It was mainly bloated, a bit of mild nausea, some bloating and dry mouth. That was it. And then I did decide to go onto the 5mg, which is what it's recommended. And that was what I went on from week 5 to 8. So let's get into week 5 to 8. I was on the 5mg. I did have plans in these 4 weeks. I went on holiday to Spain. I had a hen weekend, so that was 3 days away. I also had a weekend away with my friends. We went on like a night out in Liverpool, so that was like a day and an evening out overnight in a hotel with like drinks, pizza, drinks and everything. And I've also, you know, had random meals out where I've had a meal out and had a few glasses of wine. And I've still managed to lose every week. So on week 5, I lost 2.76 pounds. Week 6, which was when I got back from my holiday, I'd lost 0.33 pounds. Madness, because I've been on holiday, I was, you know, I would usually gain like 4 or 5 pounds, let alone lose. Even though it's a small amount, I was still happy with that. Week 7, I lost 1.32 pounds, and on week 8, I lost 1.88 pounds. So within the 4 weeks, weeks 5 to 8, that's a total of 6.26 pounds, which I was really happy with considering I've been on holidays and had like plans and things like that. And that would make me a total weight loss of 18.19 pounds in the first 8 weeks, which once again, I've never lost 8 weeks in a row consistently before, even when I've been trying to stick to my calorie deficit as much as possible. Even though I work out regularly, I eat healthy meals most times, 9 times out of 10, I cook at home from scratch with like fresh ingredients, but I've always struggled to lose weight, which is why this has just helped me so much. Like, I actually can't believe it. So I want to talk about symptoms for these weeks. I would say, obviously my dry mouth has just been there all the time, even though I aim for like 2-3 litres of water every day. I now have electrolytes most days in the morning because it's supposed to, you know, give your body that extra hydration. But yeah, dry mouth is a thing. But ever since I've been on 5mg, the nausea has been the worst thing. Yeah, the feeling of nausea is really not nice. And even though like I have actually been sick a few times, it's not really the being sick that's an issue. It's just feeling sick. It's not a good thing. And it's usually worse the first few days after the injection. And obviously I've had really good appetite suppression, especially like 3 to 4 days after the injection, like really strong appetite suppression and nausea, and then you kind of get more hunger back. Not great feeling sick all the time, but it's not like all day every day. It's just, you know, now and again. But I will say, now that I've just gone into week 10, it's only been like a couple of days in week 10, I don't feel any nausea, so that is really good that it's finally passed. And also that can be a sign of going up the doses too quick. It's recommended you start off on 2.5, then in 4 weeks you go to 5, then in 4 weeks you go 7.5, then another 4 weeks you go to 10. I mean, if you just do a quick Google search, you'll kind of get all this information. I won't go through all the ins and outs of what's recommended, but if you've watched anyone be on this long term, usually like the Americans have had this medication for more years than what we have in the UK, so they've got more experience with it. They will say stay on, if a dose is working, if you're feeling suppression and you're losing weight, stay on that dose. So that is personally what I'm going to do. I'm on my second month of 5 milligrams, and I'm going to order a third month of 5 milligrams because it's working for me. And now I'm on week 10 having a 5 milligram. My nausea is very mild compared to what it has been, or just non-existent. I'm feeling good on this dose and it's working, and I'm still losing weight. So yeah, that is my plan, and that is just like kind of in the symptoms on week 5 to 8 on 5 milligrams. So let's talk about my calorie goal, my workout routine on this medication. So I work out 3 days a week weight training. It's very important, especially on this, to be eating enough protein, drinking enough water, and weight training. Every single doctor, every single podcast, every single person that's been on this long term will literally just give you that same advice, and I can only agree because that's what I've been doing and it's been working for me. My calorie goal, I will aim for 1,400, 1,000 calories, 1,500 calories a day, and I'm aiming for 100 grams of protein. So that's my personal goal. Don't get me wrong, there are some days that I'm a bit under, and then if I'm going out and I've got plans, I'm over. Obviously not perfect, but that is my personal goals. And you know, everyone's calorie deficit is going to be different. So before, my calorie deficit when I weren't on this, I think it was like 1,900 calories a day, and it would be like not always a struggle. You know, I would have days where I'd hit that, or 1,800, be absolutely fine and satisfied. And then there's other days where, you know, I'd struggle, I'd be hungry, I want a snack. So the biggest thing about being on this medication is the food noise, and that is just constantly thinking about food all the time, thinking, oh, what am I going to have for dinner, what am I going to have as a snack when I get to bed, what am I going to have for breakfast. It's the constant thinking about food. And obviously not everyone has that, but I personally did, and I would always just say, oh yeah, I'm a foodie, I love food, I love big portions. But now that I'm on this, I don't obsess about food. Don't get me wrong, I still love cooking. I love mixing up my meals for dinners, especially like evening meals, and I still enjoy my meals, but I'm not constantly thinking and obsessing about food. And you'll hear people say that a lot on this. They'll say, when did the food noise go? Have you got suppression? Have you got food noise? Like, it's the number one thing that's spoke about, and I can fully say from day one, and I'm lucky it worked on day one, because like I said, some people don't respond on the first few weeks on this. Yeah, I definitely did have like no food noise. Okay, the last thing that I want to kind of touch on is muscle mass. I feel like it's a big misconception that you take this and you just lose muscle. Now, if you are not going to work out and you're not going to prioritise protein and you're just going to eat crap, but eat the crap in smaller portions and lose weight that way, then yeah, you're going to lose muscle mass. I personally have actually gained muscle mass and lost body fat, and also I'm going to make videos about it on TikTok. I post every day on TikTok, by the way, what I'm eating and weekly weight losses. If you want to follow me over there, it's just Fit with Liz on TikTok. So I'll put a chart for the last 3 months of, I mean, it hasn't quite been 3 months since I've been on this, but almost 3 months, but you'll see, you know, the chart go up for muscle mass, go down for body fat. Now, obviously it's not 100% accurate. It's, you know, one of them scales that give you all of the data. I can't even remember what scales they are. I'll insert it here. So I'm really happy that my muscle mass is actually going up. My water, like my hydration levels going up, and my body fat's going down, and it's actually gone into a new category, not obese, but moderate or pre-obese, I don't know, but it's gone down into the next like level of body fat. And also my BMI has finally gone below 30. My BMI is gone down as well. And obviously my weight's gone down, so I'm just happy with the results, happy that 5 milligram is working, and I'm continuing to stay on it. and this is my update. So yes, I think that is everything for this video. I've probably missed out things that I'll kick myself for not including. I am going to make other videos. If you want to see like what I eat in a days, weekly vlogs, weekly updates, any questions, let me know in the comments and I'll get back to you. I do upload every single week, usually on a Sunday, so yeah, if you've got any video suggestions, let me know. That is everything. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.